Oh, all right. So we get to create our own character. Okay, all right. I like what I see thus far. And naturally, I'm going to go with the female because, well, I mean, like, let's be honest here. Who would choose to go a male character when your character looks like that, right? And no, that was not a question, guys. Stop saying me and put your hand down. So, today, I got something really cool to talk about. Lord of Heroes, an upcoming mobile RPG launching globally on September 7th. And before you guys say anything, this is one of those few rare instances where I played a mobile game and I genuinely ended up saying wow after playing through it. This is a sponsored look at the game, but only until that I got given the opportunity to play through the game privately before it launched globally, which is always a ton of fun. Let's go ahead and call it one of the perks of the job. If you're interested in Lord of Heroes at all, go ahead and click that link in the description and the pinned comment to be taken directly to the official pre-registration or download page, depending on when you're watching this. Okay, now let's go ahead and jump into what we can expect from the game. This is not your typical RPG. Instead, where most titles actually have you take on the role of an unassuming hero who's destined to save the world from whatever evils threaten to destroy it, in Lord of Heroes, we're this spunky, sassy monarch who's attempting to conquer and revolutionize what's left of the world. Going to war with other regions, forging alliances with other rulers, maybe breaking those alliances, stabbing the rulers in the back and overthrowing them, adding this new land to your own, which is part of the appeal of the game to me. This is something that I had never experienced in a mobile title before, and I've put in several hours straight into playing to not only increase my selection of available knights, but to also look at all of the diverse backdrops they have. So, after creating your character, you're thrown directly into a battle with people who refuse to acknowledge your claim as the Lord of Avalon. You quickly dispose of them with your knights, which, let me tell you, there are quite a few of, and they look incredible. I'm not often impressed with how characters look outside of their portraits when I'm playing mobile games, but you know what? This was actually done really, really well. You're given your first glimpse of the turn-based combat style, and honestly, other than the enemies seeming a little bit easy, the combat was really well done. You would select your abilities from the bottom of your screen, ranging from single target to AoEs to ultimate-like abilities, and absolutely destroy your enemies, with boss enemies possessing the same abilities in turn and actually posing a threat to you. Although you weren't able to merely spam your OP abilities and thus had to plan your attacks out, so you had specific AoEs when necessary, which I actually learned the hard way during a boss fight at one point. Yeah, man, I got stuck with one of the bosses having a full group of like 6 different enemies, and I had been attacking the boss herself, neglecting to kill the enemies because I thought that the next turn I would be able to use an AoE to wipe them all out, but that was not the case because I had used everyone's AoEs in the previous wave and therefore had nothing to kill any of the ads with. Learn by example, me being the prime example here. Speaking of battle and the knights you get to control during it, I found it interesting that they aid you in your political decisions outside of combat. During the story, they provide options on whether to seek out a peaceful alliance with a kingdom or to instead raze it to the ground, destroying everything and taking the land by force. And if you guys know me, you know that I took every damn opportunity I could to try and force them to bend the knee. You could say that I was the Khaleesi of this game, but surprisingly, they actually put up resistance. I offered them plenty too. Like, I offered them fresh cookies on the regular, and they still turned that down. Who does that? But yes, there is actually a large map that shows all the different regions spread throughout the land. Each has their own ruler, including the region to the far east, who I'm gonna go out on a limb here and assume is their enemy. They kind of look like the bad guys, especially with their shadowed out portraits. So the overall purpose of this game is to try and bring the entire land under your control, either peacefully or by force, all while amassing an army that is large enough, that is powerful enough to combat the power to the east that threatens your rule. On the way, you meet plenty of new characters, both allies and heroes that would become your knights. You can level them, you can equip them with epic gear, you can upgrade them, their skills. There's a lot of customization and control over your heroes. An interesting thing worth noting is that you play as the ruler of these knights, and as such you don't actually participate in combat yourself. Like, while you do in fact control your knights, it's unique that your character, the person that you actually occupy, gives orders and well, isn't really special in any way, really. That is a spin on the genre that I'm not used to, and I can happily say that I am glad to see a narrative from a different perspective for a change. Lord of Heroes is a beautiful 3D anime RPG. Seriously, you cannot look at this game on your mobile device and say that it looks anything other than beautiful. It has a great turn-based combat system. It has very flashy, very smooth special effects in combat. It has really high quality character models both in battle and in cutscenes. It has an interesting story that is well translated and an engaging domination and conquer system. That was not what I was expecting to see when I played through this game, but I mean, hey, there are a few mobile games out there that are just, I don't know, good, that are fun, that are interesting, you know? And this is one of those titles. Again, if this is something that you would be interested in trying, then go right ahead and click that link in the description and the pinned comment below to pre-register or to download the game. But this is my opinion, my impressions of the game. What do you guys think? Have you tried it? Or actually, since you probably haven't tried this, are you interested in trying it? Let me know down in the comments below and let's talk about it. Anyway guys, that is it for me. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. I'll see you all next time.
Peace.